Hi there, I'd like to share with you today this lovely old engine. It's the Irvine 40 Mark 1. Now this is considered by many people in Britain to be a real classic because this was the first production model that was produced by Irvine engines, the first of any engine that they produced commercially. And this was released in 1976. And it wasn't until 1979, I believe, that they produced their next model of engine, which was the Irvine 20. Now, these are really great running engines, and in one form or another, the Irvine 40 was around for about 30 years. Okay, the Irvine 40s that was produced at the end of Irvine's production of engines was very different to this. But this was the catalyst, the starting point. So let's take a closer look and then we'll get it in the test stand. Now what's great about this is we don't only get a fantastic engine, but we've got the original box that it came in and the original instructions. So really, really good to have all that. Now this engine, you can see it's got a bump on the side here, which is the inlet port, and you can see how that sticks out. The Mark II also had this to start with, but then was made into a channel. We've got an aluminium carb with Irvine on the front here. I think the very first ones of these maybe had a pericarb before that they produced these. I'm not totally sure about that. It's also got an aluminium back cover. The Mark IIs, when they came out in 1980, had a resin back cover. And one of the big things about this was that it had quite a small bearing in the front, quite a small shaft, and hence the duct that went from the carb into the engine crankcase was quite small. When they produced the Mark II in 1980, bigger bearing, slightly different prop driver, and a bigger shaft or hole duct down the middle of the crankshaft, and that provided a lot more power. But these were still great running engines. It's got a Dyke piston ring. I don't know whether we can just see that in there. And we've got the typical muffler silencer with the Irvine name on it. But what these earlier silencers didn't have was the Made in England, which the later ones did, certainly the Mark IIs. Well, we'd better not take my word for it that this is a great engine. Let's get it in the test stand and we'll see how it runs. Right, well, I've got this lovely old engine clamped in the test stand, and I've got a 9x7 master air screw prop. I've got a OS number 8 plug, and I'm going to be running it on this Model Technics Duraglow, which is a 5% nitro mix, and it's a mixture of synthetic and castor oil. So, dead excited to see how this runs. Well, that ran lovely for such a nice old iconic engine. Really good to get this running. I hope you enjoyed watching that as much as I enjoyed running it.